think about that, you know? And we kind of shifts.
Hi. We are the
We need to say like hello.
Okay, we are
We are the Transcendence dogs, and we always aim or fight for our better self.
task one completed.
That's what
So we choose this location because the pressure, the section described that it was a place where deadlines, a lot of pressure. So as an architecture student, this is my building. I have always felt pressure because of the deadline in this specific place.
Oh yeah, this is task 2. Team Transcendence Doves, our cameraman. And we're gonna first do the pressures of speed. Why are we here in the Paso Peatonal? And why that place amplifies the pressure? You go with that one.
Well, we have details of speed, rushing, time stress, deadline panic. So we're here because we're always rushing. You're always rushing when you park your car. You first last a lot of time looking for a parking spot, then you're late to your class, so you have to rush, and the pressure
It amplifies the pressure.
It amplifies the pressure that you're gonna miss your class, or they're not gonna let you in, or you're gonna have an absence. So that this place amplifies the pressure. The parking lot and the crossing line. Okay, now.
So, a really right example of pressure here. I studied architecture in those classrooms over there, and once I had to deliver a model. So the deadline was, I think it was Tuesday. I really had a really bad night. I didn't sleep at all. So I was with my model, my architecture model. I was running here, and I sleep off because I was very sleepy, and I sleep off and I broke my model, and I had to rearm it in an hour before they delivered, which was a really big pressure for me. I really didn't like it at all.
Now,
So you're
back
walking
for
from
you.
here, right? Like right here.
Yes,
In
right
the
here.
Paso Peatonal.
It was right here,
For
actually.
this.
So I was walking like this, and I like this.
Okay. Next.
No.
What bad action becomes easier or common here?
Well, when you're crossing here and you don't look, so it could happen an accident, and then you're running into people that do not park correctly, so they get they get a ticket because now they have like a penalization here, and that's something that happens.
Okay, now what good action becomes harder and why?
Here specifically in the crossing walk, but we chose like the parking space, right? But I think is that when you see like a personita walking here in the walking line, and you're rushing to get to your class, you're rushing to get to the deadline, you have to go to that class, and you see someone walking, I think that it's harder to stop and give them the rightful right to cross. So you just speed, you go faster so that you don't have to stop. Or for example, if another car is get there fast, or if the parking spot it's free, then you rush there. And it's supposed to be that in this space concretely, you have to go slow because there are people walking. You can hit someone, you can hit a car. So I think that good action that you have to do either way becomes harder because you think I need to get to there. Like the pressure of the speed of you have to get there. So you speed because of the pressure of speed.
Okay, now consequence to the person who gets in. How does it affect the community in the long run?
Also, as a team, we discussed it and we decided that how it affects like the bad consequence of how a person gives into the pressure is something like exactly what I said. You know, like you have to get there. The pressure of speed is there, and instead of stopping, instead of thinking about other people, then you speed. You know, you give into the pressure, so you discard like your rational thinking, and then you go faster. You don't stop for the people. You don't and stuff for the cars. And how it's gonna affect that community? Well, people are just gonna get more pressure, you know? They're gonna get stressed, they're gonna get more like hasty, like, oh, this guy just passed over like really fast. If I don't do that, then they're gonna lose my parking spot. If I don't do that, then they're gonna win me that parking spot. They're gonna get there faster than me, and I need to get there. They're gonna take my parking spot, etc., etc., etc. And then it just becomes like a really chaotic environment. Record everything so the teacher knows that we're in team.
We're still on team.
Okay, now for place 2 we have the status place, and we are in the sala de juicios orales.
We can't go in right now because they have a class.
Yes, so we're going in from outside, and amplifies the pressure to protect image reputation, because you have to do it well when you are standing up and talking in front of everyone over there. Now, give one concrete example you've seen or could realistically happen here. What does the pressure look like?
Well, when you have to give like a presentation, when you have to go to like, for example, a test, a final exam, here's mostly the final exams orales for Derecho. So when you're there, you have to present correctly. Like you have to maintain your image, your posture. If you do it wrong, then it looks like you don't know what you're talking about. It looks like you don't know anything that you're saying, and it gives like a bad image. So you have to protect like the status. You have to protect the image.
But also when you're invited, you have to have a good image, and yeah, because we're also like
The audience.
the audience.
What bad action becomes easier or common here?
So disrespecting someone just for attention, just to be noticed, just to be here, can be some bad action that could happen easily here.
Not paying attention of what is being said, of the person that is talking. Okay, what good action becomes harder and why?
It goes hand in hand from to what he said. So, for example, staying quiet, just like he said, paying attention,
patient.
being there, being present. Just the fact of staying there, it becomes harder, you know. Instead of staying there for 1 hour, an hour and a half, people think of it as a task. It becomes really hard. So they say like maybe 5 to 15 minutes, and then they leave.
For the last question, consequence of the person who lives in, how does it affect the community in the long run?
So the reputation and the image, because the audience can like pay attention or they do something disrespectful, and then the speakers don't want to do what they have to because of how the audience treat them.
Por todas
The
partes
person that is
ensucian todo.
speaking, not
Y es como de
looking
que
weak, and
no
for the
importa.
person that is listening, only interested in the competence, competing with the others that are. Okay, now we're here in place 3 for the diffusion. We're in building 4. Everyone does it. It is normal. Being sleep in the stairs.
Sleeping or laying down.
Or laying down the stairs in your phone, but mostly it's sleeping. So this place represents or amplifies the pressure because everyone is watching you sleep, but no one at the end really cares because everyone does it. Okay.
So one example that we decided is that not only that they sleep, but for example, the people that started taking.
Pressure that feels for sleeping is
Yeah, the pressure that feels for sleeping, because then people start taking pictures of you while you sleep. When everyone starts doing it, then it feels normal, you know, like it doesn't matter. So if someone took a picture of someone sleeping, then I'm gonna do it again. I'm also gonna do it. I'm gonna upload it. It's gonna be funny. It doesn't matter. Everyone, it's normal, right? Everyone does it.
and it is connected with a bad action. Because there was this Instagram page called Dormidos Anahuac, and I don't know who was the owner of the page, but he was the one posting. Like everyone would send to this page and he would post it. So that is multiple times to a lot of people. So that is the bad action that became easier in this area. Now, what good action becomes harder and why?
I think this area was designed for everyone to get along and study, not to be like being ¿cómo se dice? Ocio.
¿Qué ocio?
Ocio.
No sé.
So it has become with the time a place where someone comes instead of studying or waiting
For
for
gathering or talking or
gathering,
socializing.
talking, yeah. And you can see everyone starts gossiping with each other. So it has become a place which wasn't designed for the action that are being committed. at the moment. So, yeah. ¿Qué más será?
Well, good action becomes harder. Eso que tiene
So the good action that starts becoming harder and harder because you start copying everyone, mocking everyone. It's actually studying, actually getting along and study and doing your task because no one's studying. No one's actually caring about school right here. So it's not an ambient that like starts like an environment that's like inviting you to study.
Okay, now the consequence to the person who gives in, how does it affect the community?
So the way it is affected for everyone, for the community in a long run, is that we can like have rest here or to do homework, because first we are like aware that they taking pictures of us and we can like stop for a minute, and then for the homework, well, there's a lot of noise how you can hear, so we can really focus in.
So yeah.
Okay, now, come here. Task 2 completed. Team
Transcendence dogs.
Task 3, location building 4. Okay, uno. Ya, okay, uno, dos, tres. Hello, professor. Please, may we record you for an ethics task project?
Yes, you do.
Okay. You have to answer this question. What's one ethical principle you personally try to live by as a teacher or professional, especially when nobody's watching?
Te respondo en español
Sí.
porque no tengo tu inglés.
Correcto.
Bueno, como profesor, no me gusta enseñar nada que yo no me esfuerce antes por vivir. Me gusta transmitir mi experiencia y no es porque me considere mejor, simplemente porque por mi historia de vida me ha tocado ir encarnando ciertas cosas, los valores, y me gusta compartir como profesor lo que yo soy, no lo que sé o pueda saber, ¿no? Entonces hay cosas que orientan, o sea, qué es lo que puedo yo leccionar, pues lo que he al menos intentado vivir. Eso como principio. Si no, ni le doy importancia.
Ok. ¿Y qué lo hace difícil de vivir como que en este principio? Un principio en específico.
Porque es una exigencia para mí mismo.
Pero ¿cuál
Sí.
diría que es ese principio ético? Si pudiera definir uno.
Como ético para enseñar. Yo digo el principio de no exigir o no enseñar nada que yo no he intentado al menos vivir. Ese es un principio ético para mí. No me parece correcto pedirte hacer algo que yo no he hecho. Entonces, para mí es un principio ético como profesor de filosofía o de ética. Pero es en general, Es en general. Incluso como papá, que tengo que criar una hija, me esfuerzo antes por no ser un mal ejemplo al menos.
¿Y qué es un hábito pequeño que lo ayuda a stick to it, a mantenerlo?
Pues no sé si sea como hábito mismo, pero es que es una lucha constante. Si se tiene que hacer hábito. El pensar que no soy solo para mí. O sea, tanto como papá como profesor. No me gustaría que dijese, mira este que nos enseña cómo vive, mira este que exige algo. Y si es un aliciente, un estímulo, saber que exigirme, que no puedo ser yo un mal testimonio.
Claro.
Y
Vivir
eso
con
es
el
diario,
ejemplo. Vivir con el ejemplo.
Sí, eso es diario. O sea, no quiere decir que yo espontáneamente ya lo haga porque soy muy fregón. No. Pero sí hay momentos en los que tengo que pensar ¿Qué haría alguien si me viese? ¿Qué diría alguien si? ¿Qué sentiría alguien si yo estoy dando un mal testimonio? Entonces, al menos pensar que si no puedo dar un buen testimonio con lo que voy a hacer, no debo hacerlo.
¿Listo? Bueno,
Muchísimas gracias de verdad por ayudarnos a responder las
Si
preguntas.
tuviese fluidez en inglés, le respondería en inglés, pero tengo que pensar para traducir y eso lo hace muy lento.
no, está bien. Muchas
Que
gracias.
tengas feliz día. Nos vemos. Gracias.
Hello, Professor Charlie. Please, may I record you for an ethics class project?
Yes.
What's one ethical principle you personally try to live by as a teacher, professional, especially when nobody's watching?
Well, I think that maybe I try to be the same with each class member, not depending if it's close to me or not.
What makes it hard to live by that principle sometimes?
That, for example, some of my students are members of the leadership program that I coordinate, so naturally they're closer to me.
And what's one small habit that helps you stick to it?
That regardless of their status, I try to give all of my students the same opportunities, and I want them to advance in the same direction.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and hope you have a great day.
Goodbye. Thank you. Task 3 completed. Team
Transcendence
task 4 location building 4.
The micro moment that we thought about here in the classrooms that is really typical.
Where someone treats others like means.
When someone treats others as means and not the end is, for example, that in the classrooms, when the cleaning personnel cleans the trash can and no one says hello, good morning, I hope you have a nice day, etc. They just see them as someone that's not as someone, like something that's doing the thing that it's supposed to do.
Like that's the job and that's it. So,
who reduces whom? Us sometimes as students reduce workers to just not as people, not even as people, just like someone who needs to take the trash out for us, and we don't even say thank you sometimes. We don't even, so that's why we reduce them sometimes.
The quiet excuse.
so it's normal, like a routine part of what they do is like their job, so we just like think it that way.
Who pays the consequence? The personal that is cleaning, that they're humans and they have feelings of, okay, not even a good morning or a thank you, like kind of really mean.
And what we should be considering is that we should avoid not seeing them as people, That little habit of just saying thank you, good morning, I hope you have a nice day. Something so simple can brighten the day of these people by so much if you just treat them as humans.
Making their days better and their job easily because it's a heavy job,
So another recommendation that we found is that when you have a problem, you only go to your coordinators. So that's just like, you see like, whoa, that's the moment that I have to go. But you forget that they're always there, even when you do not having troubles and you don't have answers. They're always there.
The moment to reduce things to a means for what advantage. When you only have a problem, to solve something for you, but that's it.
The student reduces the coordinator.
Yeah. The quiet excuse.
So that's his work. That's the actual excuse. That's he's supposed to be there for me.
Someone to do something for me.
Yeah.
The hidden cost. Who pays consequences? What consequences follow?
In the long run, I think both of them do. Of course, the coordinator is the one who pays first, right? I mean, having to deal with students that only go when they need instead of just popping by to say hello, how are you doing, how's your day? But in the long run, it obviously affects like the relationship that both of them have. So maybe in the future, the coordinator is going to be like, he already came, so I know he's going to have a problem, and etc., etc. and it's just gonna like deteriorate the relationship that the student has with his
Because
or her coordinator.
everything is always negative, and you're not gonna build this relationship. You mentioned like to have a future contact related to the degree that you're studying, or some kind of that type of relationship. And what should be considered to avoid or repair this? How to avoid or repair this?
How can we avoid this? So I think that in the long run, what we have to do as students is to stick first to our professor and to try to follow their directions, because by getting with the coordinator, it's like the ¿cómo se dice? Como el último recurso. So that's getting in contact with where at least us as students, we see it as our last resource, when we can get along with our teacher by like any mean. So we get along with our coordinator. That's our last resource. And I think that first getting along with our teacher could be a great option.
Yeah, and also if you're involving with your coordinator, not just to be when problems, but in the daily moments or routine, that when you have a chance to build a good relationship.
Yeah, but also
As a
like when
person.
you're gonna leave university one day, you're gonna graduate. So that person is going to be your colleague too. So a good relationship is like something that it needs to be.
Okay, now task 4. Complete.
Hola, ¿te puedo grabar para mi clase de ética?
Sí,
Ok. ¿Para ti qué es la felicidad?
es un sentimiento.
Ok. ¿Crees que está relacionada con la ética?
A lo mejor.
¿De qué manera? Sí, no pasa nada, todo se va a editar.
¿No quieres que te grabes? Ah,
¿Qué está relacionada a la ética y cómo?
No sé, espera, estoy pensando.
¿Quieres responderme eso? Me tiene que estar cambiando.
Y la verdad no sé.
Ah, pues no sé. Pues no sé, o sea, yo digo que sí, pero pues no tengo bien claro qué razones.
Ok, gracias.
Bueno, de manera clara, sin lectura, lo que nosotros vimos en la clase de ética es que la felicidad como tal no es un sentimiento, sino una decisión que toma una persona. Es una actitud. Entonces, como estás buscando eso, como estás siempre buscando eso, tienes que hacerlo de una manera, pues, como por decirlo, de una manera que yo creo responsable, ¿no? Por eso tiene que ver con eso, porque no solo es la parte de los placeres, ¿no? O sea, hay bienes que sean los bienes materiales, goods, los diferentes tipos de goods. Entonces, también buscas, por ejemplo, la libertad, convertirte en mejor persona, convertirte en la mejor versión de ti mismo. Entonces, eso se va relacionando con lo que es la felicidad y los temas de la ética.
Listo.
Muchísimas gracias.
Gracias.
Chao, que tengas lindo día. Transcendence 2, task 6, location building 4. Okay, so we're singing My Way
of Frank Sinatra.
because we believe it relates to
The realistic decisions, the way that you have to take responsibilities on it, and all the values that you have to have in mind when you're taking it.
related to ethics. So
Much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off.
task 6 completed.
Bueno, first we have to say this is team 1 and this is task 1. Team identity. Okay, so the name of the team?
White power.
No. Disqualified.
I thought about that, but it's it has to be related to
Let me get back to you with that later.
why.
I don't think that really would go.
I'm grabbing the cameraman, so we're going together.
¿Cómo se le cayó algo, güey?
Oh my god.
So, what's one ethical principle you personally try to live by as a teacher, professional, especially when nobody's watching?
Lo puede contestar en español.
Sí.
Si lo agarramos en curva.
En español la contestaría.
Ahora sí.
15 minutos también.
Ok, sí se puede.
Sí, no,
Ok.
¿Sí se ve?
Para hacer stickers.
Ya. Tenemos que empezar el hello.
Hola, ¿te puedo grabar?
Ya va.